I got to explain to people like Patriots.com and all that stuff, and old Jim Baker and that ex-Army guy selling MREs to people to prepare for disasters. And it's like, static don't start, none won't be none. Guys, you're not understanding Genesis, you're not understanding Psalms, and you're not understanding Proverbs. The bastardization in first person of the Roman Empire of Hebrew religion, okay, is the whole reason why we're not living the applied physics of the Lord's Prayer today. Like that lady at the produce section, who sat there and told me, how do you know you're not the Antichrist? You sound just like the receiver from New Mexico State from Texas. Okay. I'm the living embodiment of the Lord's Prayer. I proved it beyond any reasonable doubts. I took on the people that give us Sicario movies and drug cartels, to mass murder by declaring war over economics, by people participating in the Republic. Okay? Guys, the Republic is an invention by the people that crucified Jesus and turned him into the head of the Republic war clan, which he is not. So it says if you add to this or take away from this, it will not make sense to you and you will not live the truth of it. Okay, we're not living the Lord's Prayer. So I've already proved to you and explained to you, okay, that I am the living word. I am the redeemer of the truth of Christ. I already did it. Okay, so the Antichrist is the people that will vote for president and say, I need more money and Jesus isn't ready for us to live the Lord's Prayer yet. I don't have enough money. Okay, do you understand? I can't protect Elon Musk and his business partners from each other or their business competition. I cannot protect them. Okay? They are not worthy of my protection. Now, I'm being abused horrifically by military intel in the place of my birth because I protect the people that pray perfectly, maturely, like Job and Jonah, okay, to the eternal line of myself, to use the truth and the evident truth of faithful love, and because I am, it's obviously they're lying and they're telling you they're Christians and they're Muslims and they're not, right? And so Benjamin Netanyahu is a liar. His business partners are liars. The people that he fights against and mass murders people to manipulate the market in the Middle East are liars, okay? So Hamas is liars, Al-Qaeda is liars, and all those invented, descendants of Abu Lahab are the descendants of Lucifer and Satan. And everybody knows this. Okay, truth is evident. I am. Lie is obvious. Go vote for president. Go vote for prime minister. Dim a mockery. That's a republic. You write it down, it makes it a law, and then you kill over your enforcement of what you call laws. Thou shalt not murder. Thou shalt have no gods before omnipotence. Thou shalt honor thy mother and father that give you perfect faith in God. Thou shalt not bear false witness against the Messiah. Thou shalt not murder each other. Thou shalt be gracious good shepherds. Thou shalt not covet. What other ones? Am I forgetting any of them, Richard Dawkins? Okay. Don't use God as possessive pronoun or first person. There you go. Thanks, Richard Dawkins. What else did I miss, Richard Dawkins? Have Brian Cox explain it to me. Send me an email. I'm just kidding. Send me a kiss by wire. Baby, my heart's on fire. I have a connection. I like the Obama girls. I do. I'm really fond of the brown coach, Uncle Craig. Yeah, he's a nice person. Yeah. I used to watch and kind of enjoy his teams at Oregon State. I like Wayne, too. He likes Wayne, too. Wayne Newton. I like Wayne Newton, too. Donka Shan. No, I like Wayne Tinkle. Wayne Tinkle was a teammate in college of one of my more favorite power forwards from the University of Montana, Larry Kostobiak. Okay, he's also one of the coaches on on the Brown coach game that had a contract with the thing. Yeah, guys, the only team I play with is Louisiana Lafayette, and everybody's that's because they didn't sign a contract with any of the apparel companies. They don't have Nike shoes and generic gloves like Georgia Tech, Southern Mississippi and Western Kentucky. Okay, the only team in all of NCAA football 2014, made in 2013, that doesn't, they have to put up the signs. You have to, they go like this. Okay. It's not all about the U. It's not Wisconsin. It's not any of that. It's not any of those little gang signs that they do. But they're required to put their hands up. Okay. But they got generic gloves with no advertising. They got generic shoes with no advertising. Just like before the Ed O'Bannon, fiasco of getting us name, image, and likeness back in the thing, all the teams I play with on, NAU has generic shoes. Southern Utah has generic shoes. I usually play with the teams that are generic. Yeah, that's what I do. Okay, no contracts, no people that are bought into their corporations that keep me under wraps. Okay, multi-billionaires and millionaires, if they don't know who I am, you just lost your last female, and there goes the dodo way of life, right? Tomb on you, or you didn't prepare for the ice age. There's going to be no Snowpiercer and stuff like that. No. Guys, quantum computing gets better every day. Okay? Technology gets better every day. Because the focal point of truthful thoughts, words, and actions is me. It's nobody else right now. There's no one else on the planet that is the focal point for helping quantum computing work in a capacity to cut through all the crap, through the manipulation of mass murder and putting our planet and species at risk through opinions and bad addictions. You live the Lord's Prayer, needs are provided, wants take care of themselves. When everybody's living the applied physics of the Lord's Prayer, they have the understanding of the faith of Psalms, that humility that leads to the wisdom to sustain it with Proverbs, then everything will take care of itself. Okay. You can't hurry, love. No, you'll just have to wait. Love don't come easy. It's not a game. Give and take. You got to find somebody, for every LaFonda there's a Kip, and for every Kip there's LaFonda. Though we met in the chat room, I still love technology, but not as much as you see. Always and forever, you can't love technology. The only reason he thinks he loves technology is because he used technology to find LaFonda, and he couldn't find LaFonda in Marty Bottiger's neck of the woods, right? If I was from Bugfuck, Idaho, hearing that. And if you don't think that and you're from Idaho, Idaho. That's funny. All right, I think we got Jared Hess in the house. His movies make me laugh, man. I really like Napoleon Dynamite. I can still watch it to this day. And Nacho! Because I was raised in, a luchador culture. My sister, my eldest sister's father was Steve Stack. And my brother-in-law, your dad's Steve Stack? This is Steve Stack with the Von Erichs and out of Amarillo, Bamorn, and they lived in Amarillo, which is how we say it in New Mexico, not how they say it in Tejas. No, they don't call it Tejas no more, it's Texas. Right. But it's really Tejas. It was Tejas before it was Texas. Cerro. It was even called Tejas before it became Los Estados Unidos. Cerro. Yeah, it was a territory of Mexico. Cerro. But it's Mexico if you're Cuauhtomic enough for the Cuauhtomic family. Yeah. Boy, that girl was cute. She was freaking gorgeous. I wasn't jealous of Cuauhtomic. I was just like, okay, that's Cuauhtomic's girl. That's my dog right there. You about ready to get your ass kicked, motherfucker. Just don't fuck with Earl. He's gorgeous. I'm gorgeous. I have the Job scars to prove it. I have the teeth rotted out by chemical poisoning from pervert scientists that are absolutely jealous of me because I had the best affectionate, romantic, sexual relationship in the history of the U.S. military. Patrick, I raised Patrick to control himself, and the technology was in a different position. And with Patrick, lots of girls can't have sex with Patrick. He makes Steven Tyler jealous. Oh no, I'm not okay. Patrick gets alone with him. It's not happening. That's scary. That will hurt me. That's what happened to Patrick all the time. He goes, Dad, it's too much of a good thing. Most of the girls I can't. The really beautiful little Mexican girl at Tempe High School that he dated. He showed me a picture. Oh my, she is so beautiful. She's so gorgeous. She looked a lot like the little girl next door to Day Day. Okay, she was tinier though. And she was so pretty. I was like, oh my gosh, she's absolutely gorgeous, Patrick. She's my queen, Dad. She's the most. They couldn't have sex like with Kinsey on the Liam Neeson thing. And then she had to end up dating a guy like, the brother from Next Door, on Day Day's, whatever. And the guy got all macho with Pat all the time. And Pat goes, it's okay, just be good to her or I'll have to kick the shit out of you. She's dating you because we can't have an affectionate, like with me at James at Southwest Airlines. You don't have this conversation publicly. Yeah, I do. No, don't call me on my shit. Okay, so that's how I raise Patrick. Give him an option to get out of there. If he corners you, let him have it. But if he does, so the little Mexican guy, he was all macho with him. It's like Patrick's trying like, she had to stop dating me because my penis was too big. She's dating you because you're like the little bear from Goldilocks and the Three Bears. Okay, you had to tell the guy. He's all getting macho and stupid with them. And he goes, just leave it alone. You're good. She's comfortable, happy with you. Just be good to her. If you're not good to her, one of my friends that has same-sized penis with you, like maybe, Andrew Taysom, will have to date her because he can treat her right and not be a macho bullshit artist that's jealous and threatens to beat her up every time she gets out of the shower. Straighten up, you little bastard. Okay. I raise Patrick. Yeah, I'm good at that. I'm excellent at raising men. I'm the best. You can't get any better. I'm the living embodiment of the Lord's Prayer. You can be as good as me. You just can't be better than me. I have to adapt to the situation. Yeah. Like with the whole thing about jobs, People need jobs. Jobs need people. No. The word job was based off of a man named Job who worked properly. Okay? Your job is to have immaculate faith. People need what? Job. And Job had what? Immaculate faith. People need Job. Not assholes saying they're like Job and you're getting blowjobbed. And that'll be a lot of money. Make sure you cup the balls. Margaret, don't do that. Tell Quentin Tarantino I'm not amused by his stupid movies. And take your Reservoir Dogs and go Pulp Fiction yourself over there. I ain't paying money to watch none of that shit. Leave Margaret alone. She's funny. She makes me laugh. I like Margaret Cho. Margaret! Her mother's hilarious. Like Floofy's mom, yeah. And Joy Coy's mom, yes. I think we can all agree that Margaret Cho's, Gabriel Iglesias, and Joy Coy's mothers are three of the funniest people in the history of the planet with, can't forget Jeff Foxworthy's brother, and Larry the Cable Guy. Yeah, there you go. I'm waitering in here. What are you doing? Just sitting in here playing slot cars, enjoying a big bowl of Captain Crunch with them there Crunch Berries, Ralph? Yes, sir. You're going to make yourself sick. Yeah, I'm going to have to get a colostomy. Have to have a talking box brought to my house and have it sent up to my bedroom and then put it in my bathroom and take a shit in it and send it back to a doctor. Damn. You know what, Larry? We're just going to have to eat more carrots and celery. I'm not killing you here. You can still have a bowl of... I don't know how your immune system is or not. We'll have to work through it. You haven't been started taking all their bullshit that puts in your body that pretends to be real stuff for real shit, but is bullshit that tries to replace real shit with bullshit. So you have to rely on the bullshit to keep you from dying, like what happened to my beautiful father, Shelby Henry. He didn't know. He trusted these people, and they killed him with his living next to the airport, paying bills to live here, and then having to take insulin to survive jet fuel. I know. Guys are making Larry the Cable Guy cry. You're a sweetheart. I don't care what people say about you. You're not as dumb as Jeff Foxworthy says you are. You are as dumb as Bill Engvall says you are. Yeah, you are that dumb, but not as dumb as Jeff Foxworthy says. He says you're even dumber than Bill Engvall, and that's not true. I'm funny. I don't care what you guys say. Thanks, Larry. I love you too. We haven't talked in a while. That's a damn shame because he's very funny. He makes me laugh. I sit and watch Jeff with the things with his wife. Jeff's wife makes me laugh. She's surviving in the 90s and it's continued into 2026. And that's wrong to do to a woman. If you don't give a woman the Lord's Prayer, she thinks she's Imelda Marcos. Oh, that's horrible. That's horrible to do to a fine country girl. who basically should just kick off her shoes, go around barefoot on the farm and say, "Ooh, this feels so good on my feet. I'm feeling so much more healthy. Been eating more carrots and celery, and I've had better bowel movements the last 2 months than I've had in the last 10 years of my life, Jeff." Good. Watch out for those copperheads and make sure that they're not teenagers, because those fuckers are mean. They're as mean as Linda tripping over Monica's dress because they want to get lots out of money extorting the president for the presidential knee pads. Oh, yeah. Guys, if they don't get the settlement they want, they take you to court. Then they make lots of money off the movie and the book deals. Oh, shit, we need the Lord's Prayer now. Yeah. And you don't have to run around a hotel wearing pizza boxes. I love you guys. I don't care what people say about my cousin from Georgia. No, me and Jeff Foxworthy. I love Jeff. I've loved Jeff ever since Jeff started telling jokes on, with me and Dylan Larson and Ty Sunderman. When we sat there and said, wow, people of redneck culture that have moved to New Mexico via Tennessee and Texas and have also moved to South Dakota and hanging out with, so-called prairie niggers, his best friends, and hockey players all the way up to North Dakota and Minnesota. Rednecks are pretty much essentially very similar no matter where they go. We used to sit and listen to his things and say, oh my gosh, I've got 5 people in my family like that. And Ramirez, who is a Mexican, escúchame, señor. It must have been the moonlight, the roses, and the wine. With the big crush on the lady from Everything, Everywhere, All at Once. No, I'm the one who had the big crush on Michelle Yeoh. He had the big crush. He was cuter than me. Oh, yeah, Ramirez, he was cute. Damn, he was cute. Yeah. We go back in time and Amy Lee Curtis saw him and said, I'm your greatest sexual fantasy? You are a fun kid, and you're gorgeous. I bet you're great in the bedroom. I bet you he is too. You take him and bed him will, Jamie Lee. Okay. She looks like a boy she's very athletic. Okay. And she looks a little bit more like her dad than her mom. Okay. She has a very nice figure. We all saw that on, what was the name of that? True Lies, Amy's movie. And then I liked her in Trading Places the best. That was my favorite movie of hers. Was the Trading Places. Looking good, Billy. Feeling good, Lewis. That was my favorite character of hers. Oh, I hate the Michael Myers and all that shit. I hate horror movies. They're stupid. They're annoying. It's like, why don't you just do this? And okay. Because they always come back to life. You just can't take the gun and go, wow. Like Lord Saladin when he laughed when I was sitting there and I was watching Indiana Jones. And that swordsman comes up and he's all, and Indiana Jones is tired and he takes the pistol out and he shoots him. And Saladin laughs and goes, well, that would come in real handy with all those greatest swordsmen of Arabia. You came here to kill and rape. Okay, pow. All right, I got things to do. I'm the whip. I'm cleaning out Solomon's temple here. That's the way he saw it, Now, that Spielberg's got some things in his imagination working a little bit right that's maybe left of center, but maybe a little bit better to be in balance, harmony, and understanding. There could be hope for him. Tomorrow, people, where is your past? Right? So, oh boy, I did not want these floodgates. I cussed you guys all out when the power went out and they screwed up my NAU. Nobody fucks with Earl's NAU. You should never fuck with Earl's NAU. I was conceived in Flagstaff, you rotten bastards. Okay. Had all my stuff going in the right direction and they totally fucked it up. Yeah, I live in a NASA cesspool headfuck breeding ground of insanity. Right. I'm pretty sure it was the eternal spirit of me that sent that fox to get that rooster because that rooster was going to stay there as long as he wanted. And I'm not the type of person to go out there and wring his neck and put it in a car. Well, I just can't afford Renee Zellweger. I'm not. Inman, what's his name again? Jude Law. Yeah, the one that Amy had a crush. Amy had a crush on it. Guys, every time I went somewhere with Amy, I'm the guy like Jesus. And all assholes that think they're better than me wanted biggest dickus with me. I out-fucked her. I'm sure you did. We have the surveillance to prove it. You definitely out-fucked me. But who took care of the kids and stopped the human trafficking exponentially in Mexico? To save the girls and not save on money and to save on postage. Yeah. Cusco's poison. The poison especially made for Cusco. Cusco's poison. He has got a point. Okay, do you understand? No, Earl. He makes me laugh. He's very funny. Patrick Warburton, yeah, you make me laugh. The whole wheelchair thing. You do know Seth MacFarlane is a complete idiot. You're just slightly idiotic, and you're funny and charming, and so you become, a part of his complete idiocracy, but you're just slightly idiot. Sell me some wine and cheese. Let's watch football. Okay, I agree. All right. So what do you think, Dick? Okay, we'll roll over and tell Flea the news. Isn't he? He's the guitar player, yes, for the Red Hot Chili Peppers. Yeah, I don't ever want to feel the way I did that day. I kind of like that song, too. Yeah, Amy does, and so does my Leslie Burton. I miss her. She's such a sweetheart. I was pulling for, I had a guy, Eric, who was one of my friends at work, and they started dating, and it didn't work, and I was depressed. I was probably more depressed for them than they were. Yeah, I wanted them to stay together because they're so cute. He's a sweetheart, and she's just wonderful. Any guy would be like, Leslie, she's a coach. Well, it's not because she's a Steeler fan. She has a big crush on James Conner. Who doesn't have a big crush on James Conner? If I was a girl, I'd have a crush on James Conner, too. Damn, he's cute. Yes, he is. Holy crap, he's got a nice physical body. Yes, he does. He's excessive and compulsive and might think his dick is God's gift to women. Well, that sucks. It happens a lot. Andre Rison, don't burn down his house, Lisa. Lisa, don't burn down his house. Just what we need, more insurance money. Okay, you have to go to rehab. Because she has to go to rehab. She said no. Got her killed. Yeah, it did. It was hard. It's hard. It's hard trying to make sense of this hell. And trying to talk to the Lord, and it's not that he's not listening. It's nobody's listening to him. Oh, Lisa knew. Yeah. I knew who Lisa was, yeah. My big crush was on T-Boz. Everybody, it's Chili. No, I had the biggest crush on T-Boz. No, it's the same thing with the girl who looks like Chili from SWV, and she is cute, okay? But the one I had a crush on, and I'm not coveting, was Eddie George's wife. Well, why don't you have a crush on her? Don't you think she's fine? You don't think so? What the hell's wrong with you? That woman is freaking gorgeous. Yeah. Wow. The lead singer, she's cute too, and she has a really nice voice, yeah. But the one I had a big crush on, Amy was like that one. So you think she looks more like you? That one, she does not look like a dude. No. Layla Ali does not look like a dude. Serena Williams does not look like a dude. And Eddie George's wife does not look like a dude. No. She's a woman. Yahweh. Yeah, she was the one that was my Megan Thee Stallion before Megan was the Stallion, and she was still Javon Murphy. Yeah, that woman is fine. I had a ginormous crush on her. Like, wow, she's so pretty. No, girls like her were never really into me. No. All the, I've got to have a macho football player girl. No, they flirted with it, but I don't think they could handle this. Guys, football players fight, fucking kill for what they want. They're the guy who goes looking for Burt Reynolds in Mexico and has a sex scene with Raquel Welch there. Okay. Women that think they're all that and are the top woman to Pimp Daddy Nash that runs and owns a club and is big as Dickus and badass. Well, that's Goliath's kid. They can't handle making love to me. There's too much weight on my shoulders to save us all from Goliath and his kid. And that bitch that says, I want to run the town. I want everybody to wish they were fucking me, but I'm getting fucked by Goliath. And if Goliath doesn't do what you want, you kill him and fuck his kid. Yeah, we know. David Rockefeller has all the video evidence. But it happens. Okay, but and you're like, make it stop. I'm working on it. Who's the perfect lover? If you're looking for a lover man, you look up on the right one. You're looking for a lover man. If you can't speak truthfully, you're not going to be able to correct quantum computing, okay? To commit the sin in the mind is the same to commit it in the flesh. If you're a self-righteous hypocrite that cannot talk openly, intelligently, logically to get people to understand what they think they believe in, and that they're egotistical and manipulating themselves with their own ego and thus manipulating others to feel powerful, you cannot correct quantum computing and help technology not be AI. Guys, there's no such thing as artificial intelligence. You can label something, but that doesn't make it so. Hey, what's that? Well, that's an artificial intelligent unicorn, and that over there is the artificial intelligent dragon. And those are the baby planes and the mama planes and the papa planes. And the C-5 is a papa plane, and this 141 is a mama plane, and the C-130 is the baby plane. But the C-130 is the Hercules gunship. Oh. And what's the easiest one to shoot down? Papa was a rolling stone, my son. Wherever he laid his hat was his home. Well, because Hercules gunships got propellers, and they can kind of float and hover and get to where they can aim and mass murder people next to the flight line in Panama. And it never happened because George Bush wants a second term in office. Yeah. And Mitch goes back to LA and says, I don't want to stay in the military and be a paid mercenary for the U.S. government. Me too, Mitch. Me too. I love you, Mitch Bradley. I hope you're still doing well. I don't have a lot of hopes for most of my friends. I don't know if I'll ever see any of my friends from the military ever again. I don't feel them a lot in meditation and prayer. I think they were killed by chemical weapons exposure and other said things, like my cousin Jeff, to save on pork barrel spending for retirement. Jeff got out of the service, had chemical poisoning that led to morbid obesity, that shut down all his vital organs and killed him in a very slow and horrific way. And his sweet wife, Jean, who I enjoy a lot, and his kids had to sit and watch it. And there was nothing they could do to stop it. Hell, I couldn't do anything to stop it. I couldn't stop my mom being murdered by the cancer industry to make me mad at everybody that is manipulated by tribalism through biological and psychological conditioning to being fucked in the group over 10,000 years. God save the Queen. Yeah. Take your Magna Carta and go fuck yourself with it. Or you can set up an apparatus to have coitus with a horse if you want to be Catherine the Great. Okay. Sick of this shit, man. They think it's entertaining and fun to talk about perpetual sexual dysfunction as if it's a fact of life, and it's not. Yeah. John said something to me about that, about Malcolm X having sex with a horse or something like that. It's like, I read his autobiography, and I don't recall ever hearing or saying, or Alex Haley saying anything about that. I read the whole book. What book are you reading about? Yeah, he said that, John Draper. I was like, what? Did you read the same book? Okay, the only one I have is the autobiography written by Alex Haley. And there was nothing in there about people having coitus with a horse. And we talked about it, I was like, what? No. That took me by surprise. And, I guess you wonder how I knew about your plans to make me blue. With some other guy you knew before. Of the two of us guys, you know I love you more. Right? I heard it through the grapevine. How much longer would you be mine? Honey, honey. Heard it through the grapevine. How much longer will you be my baby? Boom, boom, boom. Yeah, I do like that song a lot. I do like Gladys Knight, but I gotta admit, I like I'm a Barry Gordy on that one. I like Marvin's version just a little bit better. Theirs is good, but his is better. You know, that smooth, boom, it's just a little bit smoother, and you're like, okay, I kind of feel the pain from it and get it and leave it a little bit more, like Little Darling with Marvin Gaye instead of the Doobies. But I do like the Doobies. I just like Marvin's a little bit better. But you know what I'm saying? There you go, okay. But yeah, there's any Marvin Gaye songs that other people sing that I like better? Yes, Ain't No Mountain High Enough by Diana Ross. I like Diana Ross's versions better than him and Tammy Terrell's. I know. No one has ever remade It Takes Two by Kim Weston and him, and that's one of my favorite duets of all time with Marvin Gaye there. Yeah, I like that one a lot too. Is that me? One can have a dream, two can make the dream so real. One can talk about falling in love, two can say how it really feels. It takes two, baby. It takes two, baby. Me and you. It just takes two. Does anybody else like that? One can go for a walk in the moonlight thinking that it's really nice. That two makes that walk in the moonlight just adding just a touch of spice, right? Thanks for calling Southwest Airlines. This is Earl. How can I help you? Your name is Kim Weston? Do you sing like her? Well, let's go for a walk in the moonlight and do corny duets at dawn. Alrighty then. The last couple of days I was sitting there And I was thinking of this song by a girl named Shanice Wilson that I like a lot, right? And Nancy got all messed up about autotune. Yeah, but you still have to kind of do it. Now, Shanice had a wonderful little voice, right? Then she goes, and then I do this, and I have this moment of doubt, and then I got that, and then my world is beautiful again. And you ever had that where you have those moments of doubt and they make you think this is going to happen, that's that, and then you go all Shanice and go, and then my world is beautiful. Boo doo 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 do 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 do, because kids need the Lord's Prayer. I love your smile. Do 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 do. I don't give the bad girls no play. Anybody that wants to live with the Lord's Prayer of me today? I love your smile. Do 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 do. Right? Come on, man. You gotta love the smile. Come on. When babies are living the Lord's Prayer, when you're smiling, the whole world smiles with you. Right? When you're sincerely smiling. A smirk because you're a jerk, because you think you're in charge, because you kill like it's the perfect pill that you sell at every fucking drugstore in every fucked up town. It's not a smile, that's a smirk, jerk. We're talking about a baby that's loved and is going to pass on that love eternally because mom and dad really love one another. We're talking about, I love your smile. Do, 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 do. We're talking about adding just a touch of spice from that walk in the moonlight. You know what I'm saying? There's a kind of hush all over the world tonight. All over the world you can hear the sound of lovers in love. You know what I mean? Just the two of us and nobody else in sight. There's nobody else and I'm feeling good. Just holding you tight. Listen very carefully. Closer now and you will see what I mean. This isn't a dream. I ain't trying to get none of you white ladies that are travel agents in Phoenix in trouble with your husband, saying, were you flirting with that man you thought was Dr. Dre on the phone? Well, yes, she was. I have a very nice voice. Thank you very much. I'm one of the nicest men you ever met. I stood up to stop all human trafficking before anybody ever made a Mel Gibson movie about it. You know, You can see why. That's why your wife is crushing on Southwest Airlines. This is Earl. Can I help you? Stand up for the Lord's Prayer with me now. When you're smiling, the whole world smiles with you. Right? Woke up this morning feeling fine. Right? Something tells me I'm into something good. You else like Herman's Hermits? Yeah, I like Herman's Hermits. They're one of my favorites. Yeah, but he's singing with a British accent. He's going different. Yeah, he's woke up this morning feeling fine. You know, it's not quite like Davy Jones, but you know, it has that similar kind of appeal to it. Yeah, you know, girl, I don't want to find. I'm a little bit wrong. You're a little bit right. But if you sing it Earl style, it's girl, I don't want to find. I'm a little bit wrong. You're a little bit right. Girl, you know that it's true. Do-do-do-do. It's a little bit me, and it's a little bit you, too. That's not true. I'm the living embodiment of the Lord's Prayer, and you ain't. I'm a lot of bit right. You a lot of bit wrong. Till you stand up for the Lord's Prayer, then you can't go wrong. Okay. And that's the end of my song? Yeah, because we run out of time. Okay, guys, I love you. I like to keep them around 33 minutes. Here's to hoping the power stays on so it can load. Feel the heat. I don't want to go buy a power station from the store to feed your economy. I want you to stand up for the Lord's Prayer. So if I need a power station for any reason, I'll have it because I'm the heart of Psalms and seed of Proverbs, and you're not. Okay, guys. Thanks for calling. Thanks for coming to listen to the 1322nd Me channel. This is Earl. I don't have to ask you how I can help you because you know how I help you, and I always help you because I never turn my back on you. I never betray you. I was born the living embodiment of the Lord's Prayer because I love each and every one of you. Now, if you're worthy of my like and my trust, may my vocals give thrust. Okay, I love Guru too. Okay, it's Keith. It's not scary, and I'm embarrassed to say it. Hey, Justin, your uncle always loves you. I think you know that. Yeah. Life's eternal and grace is infinite, so don't cry over the clay. Just live the Islam that he knew we were all going to live someday. Right on. You know we're feeling good. We should, we could, we would. Stop. Okay, Prem? Okay. Make me some beats. No, I don't like to do rap that much. I sing all pretty good, man. I'll just sample old stuff. I really am into Ella Fitzgerald. I'll just put some Ella Fitzgerald on in my record and then just start singing. Let's fall in love. Why don't we fall? I'm also particularly fond of the free movement, aren't you? I got up this morning. The reason why I sing that so much is because I like the way I sound when I sing it. Because he has a good voice and I can sing it pretty good. While I was having my coffee, my woman came in and sit down by my side. The premise of the song is kind of sucks, like No Tell Lover, but I also like that song a lot too. I like Peter Cetera's voices too. Me too. He has one of the coolest voices. I like Peter Cetera a lot too. If You Leave Me Now, yeah, it's good. Searching So Long, yes. I like Peter Cetera too. I do too. Anybody else like Peter Cetera a lot? Me too. He's of Roman descent. Don't be a peewit. You can all like Peter Cetera, especially If You Leave Me Now. That's probably one of my favorite. I'm with Gerald Williams. That's a damn good song. Okay, guys, I love you. All right, peace.